Did you know that every 5 minutes someone dies from a stroke in the US alone? And here's what's even more shocking. Up to 80% of strokes are preventable if the warning signs are recognized early. The problem? Most people miss the signs because they seem so subtle. That's why today I'm going to reveal 7 silent stroke symptoms that can sneak up on you without warning, and what you must do if they appear. This video could literally save your life or the life of someone you love. So hit the like button, share this with your friends and family, and subscribe to the channel for more life-saving health tips every week. Let's get started. 1. Sudden numbness on one side of the body. Imagine you're just going about your day when suddenly you feel tingling or numbness in your arm, leg, or face, often on just one side. Most people blame it on a pinched nerve or sleeping in a weird position. But this could be a major red flag for a stroke. This happens when blood flow to part of your brain is cut off, damaging the nerves that control movement and sensation. If ignored, it can lead to permanent paralysis or worse. Even if the numbness goes away after a few minutes, don't brush it off. It could be a transient ischemic attack, also known as a mini stroke, which is a serious warning that a bigger stroke may be coming. Have you ever felt something like this? Or do you know someone who has? Drop a comment below. Your story might help others recognize the danger in time. 2. Trouble speaking or understanding speech. One moment you're speaking clearly, the next, your words come out slurred, confused, or completely jumbled. Or maybe you're listening to someone, and suddenly you can't understand what they're saying, as if they're speaking a foreign language. This is called aphasia, and it's a strong indicator that the part of your brain responsible for language is being affected, likely due to a blockage or bleeding in the brain. Many people think they're just tired or having a senior moment, but this is not normal. It's one of the clearest and most dangerous signs of a stroke. Pro tip: ask the person to repeat a simple sentence like, "Today is a beautiful day." If they struggle or sound incoherent, call emergency services immediately. Time is brain. 3. Blurred or sudden loss of vision in one eye. Have you ever experienced blurry vision out of nowhere? Or felt like a curtain suddenly dropped over one eye? This could be more than just eye strain or tiredness. It might be a silent warning sign of a stroke. Strokes can affect the part of your brain responsible for processing vision. In some cases, people lose sight in one eye temporarily or see double images, and they dismiss it as fatigue or a problem with their glasses. Big mistake. These kinds of visual changes are neurological, not optical. That means it's your brain, not your eyes. That's in trouble. If you ever notice a sudden change in your vision, especially if it affects only one eye, treat it as a medical emergency. Better safe than sorry. Have you or someone close to you ever had sudden vision problems like these? Drop a comment. Your story might open someone else's eyes to the risk. 4. Sudden, severe headache with no known cause. This isn't your average headache. We're talking about a thunderclap headache, one that comes on fast, hits like a bolt of lightning, and feels like the worst pain you've ever felt in your head. This type of headache can be a sign of a hemorrhagic stroke caused by bleeding in the brain. It's sudden, intense, and it can be deadly if not treated immediately. The problem? Most people think it's just a bad migraine. Take some painkillers and lie down. But if this kind of headache strikes without warning, especially if it comes with nausea, vision problems, or confusion, call 911 right away. Remember, when it comes to stroke, every minute counts. Have you ever had a headache that just didn't feel right? Let us know in the comments. 5. Dizziness or loss of balance. Have you ever stood up and felt like the room was spinning, or suddenly had trouble walking in a straight line? Sure, it could be low blood sugar or dehydration, but it could also be your brain signaling a stroke in progress. When a stroke affects the cerebellum, the part of the brain that controls balance and coordination, it can cause sudden dizziness, trouble walking, loss of coordination, feeling like you're about to faint. What makes this tricky is that many people brush it off, especially if they're older, thinking it's just part of aging. But if this dizziness comes on suddenly and severely, or it's combined with other symptoms like blurred vision or numbness, it's time to act fast. Don't try to sleep it off. Call emergency help immediately. Have you ever felt unsteady or had a dizzy spell that seemed unusual? Tell us below. Someone might recognize the same symptom in themselves. 6. Sudden weakness in your arm or leg. You reach for your coffee, and suddenly your arm feels heavy, clumsy, or weak. Or maybe your leg gives out for no reason while walking. This isn't just fatigue or muscle strain. It could be a stroke attacking your motor control. One of the hallmark signs of a stroke is sudden weakness or paralysis on one side of the body. And here's the scary part. It can come and go in minutes, fooling people into thinking it was nothing serious. But even if the weakness disappears, you've just experienced a warning shot, a transient ischemic attack TIA. And studies show that people who have a TIA are 10 times more likely to suffer a full-blown stroke within days or weeks. Don't wait for it to happen again. Seek medical help immediately. The next one might not give you a second chance. Has your arm or leg ever gone weak for no reason, even just briefly? Share your story. It could help others recognize the danger. 7. Sudden changes in behavior or mood. Imagine someone you love suddenly becomes confused, irritable, overly emotional, or starts acting completely unlike themselves. Would you think it's a stroke? Most people don't, but a stroke can affect areas of the brain responsible for emotions, judgment, and personality, leading to sudden mood swings, unexplained anger or sadness, confusion or poor decision-making, difficulty recognizing familiar people or places. These changes can be subtle at first and are often mistaken for stress, fatigue, or even a mental health issue. But when these shifts come on suddenly, especially in someone who has no history of such behavior, it could be a neurological emergency. If your instincts are telling you something feels off, don't ignore them. Get help fast. Have you ever seen someone's personality or mood change dramatically without explanation? Comment below. Your story might be the clue someone else needs. Conclusion: act fast. Save a life. Now you know the 7 silent signs of a stroke that can sneak up without warning. Sudden numbness on one side, trouble speaking or understanding, vision loss or blurriness, sudden intense headache, dizziness or loss of balance, weakness in arms or legs, sudden mood or behavior changes. Stroke is a medical emergency. Every second your brain is without oxygen, millions of brain cells die. That's why doctors use the phrase, time is brain. Here's what you should do immediately if you notice any of these signs in yourself or someone else. Call emergency services, 911, right away. Note the time symptoms started. This helps doctors decide on treatment. Stay calm but act fast. Do not wait to see if it gets better. If this video helped you, don't forget to like this video, share it with at least 3 people you care about. It might save their life. Comment below if you've ever witnessed or experienced a stroke, and subscribe for weekly videos that put your health and your family's health first. Your brain can't send a second warning, but now you know how to catch the first one. Stay safe, stay aware, and I'll see you in the next video.